that's crazy because I literally have so many freaking studio memories and stuff. But I think there's one particular one that I think would stand out really dope right now. So, I'm pretty cool. I've been really good friends with this guy for a minute. His name's Dom McLennon. He's right now he's famous as hell. He's like part of Brockhampton. But back in the day, when he was still technically famous and I was kind of like building myself and like kind of making a name, I met him my first time going out to LA, and me and him instantly became really good friends. We hung out for like a full like week or so. And the cool thing about it with him is I hung out with this fool for a whole week, didn't even realize it was him. But long story short, for the studio story, through his connects, he got us into one of like Kanye's studios that Kanye uses. Kanye wasn't there, but Kanye's like studio engineer was there. And the dude has literally mixed like, his name's Andrew Dawson. He's literally mixed like all these hits for Kanye, like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I think he did Graduation. He did 808s and Heartbreaks. He mixed all of it. Like, he's literally crazy. And when you walk in and you see all these Kanye plaques on the wall. And at that time, I was still very like bright-eyed and like, wow. So when I came in there, they were having like this studio, real professional session where they're like working with these artists that are clearly signed to Sony or some label. And they're like doing all this stuff and they're just working with these people. And they're like, oh yeah, we're going to produce this sound. And by that point, me and Dom had kind of decided we were going to make a group because at the time we had hair, like both of us had kind of free locks and our hair looked similar. And I kind of low-key, a lot of people said I kind of looked like him a little bit. So we decided to make a group of like a while back. And we had created this song called Shine. So this song was like, we made it with our friends. It was literally like the best song ever. We played that song literally like 400 damn times. Like, it was that dope. And there was no curse words, but we all snapped. The beat was dope. So we came in there and he's like, yeah, you guys can use the back studio and this and that. So we're like, all right, bet. So we're all kind of hanging out. We got a couple homies taking pictures and stuff. And then we're chilling with them for a sec. And then out of nowhere, I don't remember exactly how the conversation got brought up, but it got brought up like, oh yeah, like we made a song named Shine and we want to play it for you. So like Andrew Dawson kind of pauses the session. He's like, all right, bet, you can play it on the main speakers. So we play this song on the main speakers and literally everybody in the room is just like, they're just kind of like looking at us like, bro, y'all, this is y'all? And then and then Andrew Dawson's like, yo, who, like, or one of them was like, yo, who did the beat? Like, who's on the beat? And it was kind of just, it was like, yo, I was like, it was me, I did it. And also I'm rapping. He was just like, what? And a lot of people don't know that about me too, right? Because like, I'm also like out here being a vocalist and rapper and stuff. And the things that people don't know is that Shine, and this is going to forever be a thing I'm going to shout him out for, but Dom McLennon was actually the very first person who actually pushed me to rap. Like, Shine was my first ever recorded rap song with him because I was rapping before. Like, when I was in college, I had a best friend, and me and him would always be rapping and writing raps, but I never was confident enough in myself to actually record it down. And then it wasn't until I kind of got around Dom and he was kind of like, yo, you got to get out of that mind state. Let's try to make Shine or try to make a song. That very quickly I was like, oh shit, like, I could do this, And, so he really helped instill a lot of confidence in me early on, especially by that point, he was already like a vet. Even before like all the major fame of Brockhampton, he was already like, had been in the Ringer, had performed tons of times, had been to South by all this shit. And I'm just kind of like popping up to LA for the first time, like, wow, Beverly Hills, like he's just kind of already done all of it, like, so like, so a lot of people don't know this, but like me and Khary, I literally consider him almost like an older brother for real. And like, the thing is me and him kind of met through the internet, through like, it's really crazy story how I met all of them. So, because me and Khary kind of have the same management. We're both managed by the same person. So, or the same team, I should say. And so the funny thing is how I actually met Khary and that whole team is through Masego. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but Masego, me and him, we all came, like all of us came up together. Masego, me, Oshi, Medicine. We all used to be in Film Noir together. And like, so they're all kind of like technically acquaintances and stuff, but now they're all big and famous and shit. So I don't really hear from them all the time, But, I'm saying all of them, like we all kind of came from the same places. And, Masego was kind of dealing with them. So I met through them through doing art and just kind of doing some kind of cover art or something like that for them. And essentially he kind of came together and like me and the manager had kind of been talking on and off and here and there. And then I kind of found out about Khary and I'm like, oh, this is fire. So it started out with me remixing one of his songs. I think it was, I think it was Ambidextrous, and they let me release the official remix. The man, like, Andrew pulled some strings to get it a little premiere or whatever. It's pretty tight. But then, like, you know, eventually, fast forward into the story of me on my music journey, I kind of moved to New York. And when I moved to New York in, I think, like, 2016, 2017, literally, like, I moved in with, like my manager, Andrew, Khary, and all of them, and we all moved into, like, one place. So I lived with Khary, literally, we were roommates for like a year or two, you know? Like, so like I was literally, you know, we were like going to meetings together, going to like label stuff together. Like we were pulling up to like all kinds of stuff, just doing all kinds of stuff. So as far as Title Grapes is concerned, I think that that's really, I think, what makes it so special. You know, I feel like I work best with people when I understand them and when I'm able to just kind of like interact with them and know who they are and like the kind of person they are. So just when it came time for us to kind of start taking this idea seriously for Title Grapes, all of the songs kind of came together in random but very organic ways. Like the funny thing is, and most people would freak out about this, and this is like the story, I feel like every producer, I guess, has a story like this, but like Fujiko, which is like the biggest song on Title Grapes, I made that beat in Khary's old apartment, literally like right, but like he had this small, tiny, like closet kind of studio with just a small couch in there, and he had a little tiny desk he used to sit at to record at, and I was just sitting next to him, and I'm just like, I just made the beat, and I think like 30 minutes to an hour, it wasn't even that long. I've kind of made a cool little thing, and literally within minutes, he just kind of was like, love was like, and then to sleep on the phone, and then like it turned into Fujiko, you know, like, and I think, yeah, the whole journey with them has just been crazy, but like, yeah, those are literally like my family and shit, so like, I guess like that's probably why it's so organic, because of like, you know, the family dynamic, and us kind of always like, we literally would just be like, we would go to parties together, you know what I'm saying? We would go ride the train to go to Manhattan together and shit. We would go get bacon, egg, and cheeses at the bodega and shit. These niggas showed me the ropes of the clubs to go to, and like, you know, there's just so much stuff that I feel like I learned and I just figured out how to do out there just for rolling with them, you know? So yeah, that's kind of, I feel like the overall story behind it.